I love money saving challenges as a way to gamify your finances, get a bigger emergency fund, save for things that you want, and I've got 5 really good ones for you, so stay tuned. Hey guys, I'm Jen. I'm the creator of Modern Frugality, and I'm here to help you manage your money better so that you have more money to do good things with. So if that is something you're into, definitely subscribe to the channel because I'm doing fun videos now, like money saving challenges. I love anything that turns saving money or doing better with money into a game. Like that for me is the ultimate. If you can combine money and fun into the same thing, I'm here for it. And money challenges do just that. So I have a few really, really good ones that are super popular on YouTube, and I'm gonna go through and explain them and kind of show how I would do them. And then at the end, I have a really, really cool project that my Frugal Friends co-host Jill and I have been working on for so long, that's all around money challenges and bringing people in, having honest, open money conversations with friends. So it's something that we're so passionate about, and it's a project we've been working on for a long time, and so we're super excited to share it with you. So I'll talk about that at the end. So money challenges. There are so many ways you can do them. You can do week, month, 6 month, 1 year. You can save for your emergency fund or for a house down payment, whatever. My biggest recommendation when you're doing a money challenge is to actually have a goal in mind that you are saving for. So think about something, whether it's big or small, and then choose a challenge based on the magnitude of what you want to save for. Because some of these are really hard, and I very much don't think people just do these for fun unless they're putting them on YouTube, and that in itself is fun. But it's really hard to maintain one of these, especially when they get really hard, if you're not working for something in particular. So have a goal, have a financial goal, and write it down on paper. Then pick one of these challenges that will get you there in the best way possible, depending on what you're making, what your expenses are, etc. So we'll go from the most intense challenge down to what I think is the easiest. And so the first one is the $5 savings challenge. This is where you start 1 week saving $5, and you increase by $5 every week for 52 weeks. And by the end of the year, you will save almost $7,000, which is a lot, especially if you don't have $7,000 in savings right now. One downside to the $5 savings challenge is that for the last 12 weeks, you're saving over $200 per week, which just isn't feasible for everyone. If you're getting paid bi-weekly or you're not getting paid a lot, then saving $200, $205, $210 up there is really hard to sustain, especially for 3 months. So how I personally like to do the $5 challenge, which still gets you significantly up there, you save over $3,500, is to do an ascending and descending ladder. So you would do the $5 challenge normal for the first 26 weeks, and then instead of going on, you would come back down. So that way you're going up to saving $130 a week. And for those last 12, so those middle 12 weeks, there's 12 weeks that you're saving over $100. That's way more sustainable than saving $200 a week for 12 weeks. So if your income is a little on the lower side, you can do this 52-week challenge, the ascending and descending ladder. And like I said, you're still saving over $3,500 over the course of a year. And it also makes it a little more motivating because you just want to get to the top of that ladder. And so you go 6 months and then you get there. And then it's kind of rewarding every week. You have to save less, but you're getting more and more money. Like, to me, that's just motivating. Like, I'm doing like $100, but now I only have to save 95 and then 90, but the balance keeps growing. So to me, that's a little more rewarding, but you can do it either way. If you want to save 7,000 in a year, then go for it. But if you only need about 3,500, then try the ascending and descending ladder. Next is the 26-week money challenge. So this one can be done if you get paid bi-weekly. It can be done over a year, so 26 paychecks. Or if you're very overzealous, you can just do it in 6 months. But the one I like the best is saving $5,000 over 26 weeks. So this one's kind of, if you're doing it over a year, it's kind of in the middle of the two different ways you can do the $5 challenge. So I've seen this done quite a few different ways, where some people will keep everything pretty even throughout all 26. Some people will go low, high, low, high. I kind of like the idea of going low to high and then back low to high. So the ones that I've seen do that are kind of my favorite. And if you do that 6 times, you will actually have 2 extra weeks. So then 2 payments are just a little bit higher than the highest value. So my values that I like to use are 110, 175, 200, and 250. And so then you would repeat that 3 times. You do that 3 times. And then on the 13th week, on your 5th week, you would do 300. So you do 300 2 times, but for the rest of it, you're just going 110, 175, 200, 250. And that puts you at $5,010. So you could technically start out at just 100 and skip that first 10, or you can save that extra 10 for a really, really rough week and treat yourself to something nice. Next is one of my favorites. I'm completely biased, but it is the no spend challenge. So instead of taking money off the top, for a no spend challenge, you are completely stopping spending on anything of your choice for any period of time that you choose and putting all the money that you would have spent on that towards savings. So you're probably not going to get into the thousands with this one. Definitely I've seen people save like up to 1,000 in just simply a month for doing like completely no spend. Like, yeah, you buy some, gas and your car and house payment, but I've seen some people get really into it and not even buy groceries. So you get to decide what is included in your no spend challenge and how long it goes. And I actually have a video that goes through kind of my guidelines for a no spend challenge because I did write a book that is a bestseller on Amazon all about no spend challenges. So that video is kind of like a brief synopsis of the book. And I will link to both of them in the description. But I absolutely love no spend challenges. They are a way to reset your impulse and your habitual spending and take a step back from everything that you would just normally spend money on and really ask yourself, okay, why am I doing this? What purpose is it serving? And actually, like, what can I do alternatively that could serve the same purpose but doesn't cost money or doesn't cause as much? So it causes you to look at your finances, what you're spending, and come up with creative alternatives that in the long term will save you money. Next is a side hustle challenge. So this is another one that I would do when we were paying off debt. I would take one of my monthly expenses, so maybe like my electricity bill in the summer, which is really high, or a grocery bill or something, and I would say, I am only going to spend the money I can make with a side hustle. And that's what I would do. I would work a side hustle every week, and whatever I made, that's what we would spend that week on. Or I would do one, and that's, I would do it up to the amount our bill was. So that was a fun challenge to try and get something paid off. And I mean, you're essentially just working the side hustle to put that amount towards a financial goal. Like I put it towards paying off debt. You could put it towards savings or anything really. But it does give you a goal. Because sometimes when you're doing a side hustle, it's easy to just quit if you don't have a reason for doing it. But if you have this monetary goal you're trying to get to, like what you've budgeted for groceries or what your electricity bill is, then it's easier to work just 10% harder to maybe get that little bit extra you wouldn't have otherwise. And last is a pantry challenge. So this one is specifically to eliminate your grocery bill. And when I said people during no spend challenges will not grocery shop, I meant it. I have heard stories from people that have just eaten from their freezer, fridge, and pantry for an entire month. And that's awesome. It's not necessary, but it's awesome. So, and it's called a pantry challenge. You skip the grocery store for a week, 2 weeks, a month, whatever, and you just go through and you clean out your fridge, freezer, and pantry by eating all of the stuff that's in the back that's been kind of like wasting away. You don't want to eat stuff that's expired, but like once you clean out all the expired stuff and you've got that pile of things that's not expired, but like you haven't been prioritizing, like you bought it for one recipe and you just haven't been intentional about putting it in any other, that's what we're looking for. We're trying to consume that stuff. And that can save you so much money over the course of a month. Some people try to do it all in 1 week and just get it all out of the way. Personally, I like to kind of make a list of those items I want to use up and kind of try and get them all over a month. And I'll still buy fresh produce, but I'll try and make sure all of my pantry items are all things I already have, especially spices. Those pile up. And you'll get so creative. You will find recipes, you will make up recipes. It'll be fun and it'll be interesting, and your family may or may not like it, but it will really push the boundaries of your cooking ability. So it is a fun challenge to try, especially if you don't consider yourself a good cook. This is really a good way to get out of your comfort zone and get some new ideas and experiences. And that's one of the reasons why the pantry challenge is actually first challenge in the Frugal Friends workbook. It is the workbook that Jill, my co-host of Frugal Friends podcast, and I have been working on for so long. This workbook is 6 week-long challenges designed to be gone through with a friend or a small group, but it can be accomplished on your own. You can definitely do these challenges on your own, but they're designed to, one, make it fun to do better with your finances, to open up communication about money and finances with the people in your community, but also to get you thinking about the future of your finances, because the challenges in this workbook don't just address like one-off savings challenges like the $5 challenge or whatever. They really get you thinking about, okay, why have I built up these habits? What can I do to change them? It's so good. It starts with the pantry challenge. It goes to, there's a no spend challenge, there's a negotiation challenge, will make you better at negotiating things. There's a relationships challenge, which will get you to open up about money with the people closest to you. It's just so good. So I will link to that in the description. And it's a digital download, and you get 2 downloads with every purchase. So you and a friend can split the cost and each get your own. So it's really a great workbook to get you thinking about how to become more conscious of your consuming through these fun little week-long challenges. So definitely let me know in the comments if you've gotten one and how you've liked it, and let me know if you'll be getting one too and what challenge you are most excited about completing. And also check out these videos over here. I put them in there just for you. And subscribe to the channel if you want more fun stuff like this that will help you do better with your money so that you can have more of it long term and you can stress about it less. It'll be so good.